Thing unconstitutional or unlawful. So are you honoring your constitutional oath today?
I always honor my constitutional oath, but Mr.
Good. In which case, just as you have an agreement with the Bar Association representative here, I made a motion to dismiss. All charges should be dropped. No civil assessment. Case should be dismissed. If I'm only making an appearance to dismiss, I'm only making an appearance to demand that this court dismisses the matter or face a civil suit for damages. I'll mind you, I am a candidate running for City Council District 3.
That's fine.
All right.
And I appreciate you.
So I will definitely remember all of this and hold you accountable if I am elected, because I will be a representative of these people. And if you are representatives of the Constitution and we the people, then as I said to you before, are you honoring your constitutional oath today? You still did not answer that. You still did not answer that. Since there is no victim here, there is no crime. All right. As the authority on the floor, I'm now claiming common law jurisdiction, and I dismiss this case on behalf of we the people. As you see, these people are committing a crime. They're committing treason right now. They're not upholding their constitutional oath. Right now, you have a duty as a law official to arrest this man because he's committing a crime. If he doesn't uphold his right, if he doesn't uphold his oath to uphold the United States Constitution, we the people now have to take over. Do I have at least two witnesses here to claim as witnesses to these crimes? Do I have at least two witnesses? Do I have at least two witnesses that these people are committing a crime?
Mr. Wildstar, you are ordered to go to collections.
Nobody here is going to stand up for we the people? You're going to allow them to treat you like slaves? Is there anybody here that's going to uphold the United States Constitution? Because as you can see, there are criminals here.
Step out.
I'm leaving, but I'm expecting to have this case be dismissed. All of you guys are traitors. As I said, I'm a candidate running for City Council District 3, Nicholas Wildstar. Wildstar, 2018.com. All of you are traitors of the United States Constitution. All of you are traitors of the United States Constitution and are not upholding your oath to respect that Constitution. You will be held accountable once I'm elected for treason.
Are you going to be stopping at collection?
None of you people are going to stand up for we the people? None of you? I did nothing wrong. It's a traffic case, court, over a chipped windshield. Okay? A chipped windshield. I'm not going to pay anything because I have nothing to pay you. I pay your salaries already with my taxes. You get, I pay for this building. I pay for you. I'm leaving on my own recognizance because I want to leave, because this matter is over. Look at you. I'll be on YouTube later. Look for that. Wildstar 2018. Remember, City Council District 3. I'm a candidate. I'm on the ballot in November. I'm on the ballot in November. They really don't want none. I'm telling you, when you exercise your rights, just write it down and read off the script. That's all you got to do. I had him befuddled. The man couldn't even speak. He was speechless. Okay? He was spellbound with these words. It's all a mystery here.
So are they going to send you?
They're criminals. They're criminals. Here at the Superior Court of California North Justice Center in Fullerton. They're criminals. And once I'm elected City Council candidate, I will be making sure that all of these people are held accountable. I will be making sure that they are arrested and they're held to the fullest degree of the law, because that's what it takes, is for we the people to actually stand up for what's right. They're not going to do it. They're going to continue to be unlawful. They're going to continue to treat us like we're their slaves, like we're subjects of their authority. We are not. They work for us, and we got to let them know that. All of them people in there were shook. They didn't even want to raise their hand and say that they were witnesses to a crime. Witnesses to a crime. They're watching it with their own eyes, and they're so shocked, just like you are, I'm sure. Just like you are, that they can't believe that this is right. It is. We're going to make what's right out of what's wrong as soon as I'm elected, all right? Wildstar2018.com. I got the cameraman with me again.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, that's my rider right there.
Shut up, but once I realized in the few seconds that everybody else was going to be sheeple, I wasn't going to risk the even more, you know.
Oh, come on. You could have been at least one of my two.
I know.
You could.
Just briefly, Your Honor, there's been a breakdown of the attorney-client relationship pretty severely between myself and Mr. J. So I don't really want to get into specifics because I'm representing him and I don't want to act against his interest. But there has been some pretty serious breakdowns and some disagreements on the course of representation and the direction that the representation will head. I do not believe that this time that I can represent Mr. J. So the way he wants to be represented. And I believe that I cannot represent him properly at this time. And I would ask to be and I would ask to withdraw at this time from representation. I'm not sure how Mr. J. So feels about that, to tell you the truth.
Mr. Jaso, Mr. Noe has requested that he be allowed to withdraw as your attorney in this case. Do you have any response to that?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Number one, I definitely want to state to the courts that I have to challenge personal jurisdiction, number one, Your Honor, and I understand you want to determine whether I'm going to receive a legal representation or not. However, that was our problem as far as me and Mr. Noe goes, and I had asked him to file a certain few motions to the courts, which he did not, and he claims that he represented me, but I'm claiming he did not represent me. And again, I'm saying I am not that name. That name is a fictional corporation. That name is a straw man. That name is a legal person. That name is the estate, and I am the man. And you.
Mr. Jaso, your audio has cut out at the very end there. I need you to repeat just the very last thing that you said.
Yeah.
I'm still not getting any audio for you, Mr. Jaso. Okay, I can hear you now.
There was some sort of a breakdown. It stated it came up on my computer that there was a breakdown in.
All right, so Mr. Jaso, are you objecting to Mr. Noe's withdrawal as your attorney?
Did we lose him?
I can hear you now, but it did fall out.
All right, are you objecting, Mr. Jaso, to Mr. Noe withdrawing as your attorney?
No, I don't believe he can represent me in a fully, and that was the breakdown in our relationship. He wasn't representing me according to what I believe are my rights and so forth.
All right, so at this time, then I will grant Mr. Noe's motion to withdraw from representation. Mr. Noe, would you prepare an order granting your motion?
Of course, I'll have that prepared within a day or two and have that submitted to the court.
All right. Mr. Jaso, would you like some additional time to seek a new attorney?
At this point, again, Your Honor, I'm going to challenge jurisdiction. I don't believe we have jurisdiction. The personal jurisdiction I don't think it has been established. So, I mean, first and foremost, I do not wish to waive any of my personal jurisdiction rights. And again, I want to state for the courts, that name is not me. That is a straw man. That is a legal person. That's the estate. That's a fictitious corporation. I am the man, and you may refer to me as John, please.
John.
Yes, please.
All right, so do you want some additional time to seek a new attorney?
I wish to raise jurisdiction now, Your Honor. Asserting my constitutional rights and jurisdiction has not been proven or established. That's what I wish to raise at this point in time. And from my understanding, jurisdiction can be challenged at any given time in any proceedings. And I wish to proceed and raise jurisdiction at this moment. And also, again, for the record and on the record, and I'd like the record to reflect, I am not that name. I am the man, living, breathing man. That name is a fictitious corporation. It is the legal name. It is the estate. It is a straw man. That is not me. And I wish to address jurisdiction at this point in time, Your Honor.
All right, you've raised this issue of jurisdiction, Mr. J. So you've not made any comprehensible argument as to why the court would not have jurisdiction over you. The name of a person is not legally a straw man, a corporation, or an estate. A name refers to a human being. The court has jurisdiction over human beings, and at this point, I am going to deny any request to the extent that you've made it, that the court dismiss the case because it does not have jurisdiction over you. I do find that the court does have jurisdiction over you, but I will protect your right to raise that issue in the future if you would like to have another attorney represent you. So again, would you like some additional time to seek new representation in this case?
Let me add this to the courts as well, Your Honor. I am not here voluntarily. I'm not here. I'm here under duress, under threat, under coercion, because I am here. I am not here on my own free will. Other than duress, threats, and coercion. And you are asking me to assert whether I will be receiving an attorney at law being here to represent me. And that is impossible, unlawful, and illegal, and it is against your constitutional oath to force one upon me. And at this point in time, I'd like to establish jurisdiction because I have not received any establishment of jurisdiction.
Mr. J. So I've just done that for the moment. My finding as the judge in this court is that this court does have jurisdiction over you as a person. And if you would like some additional time to have an attorney review this and present another motion regarding the jurisdiction, I'm willing to allow you to do that because you haven't made any argument here today that supports the notion that this court does not have jurisdiction over you. It does. And so that is how we are proceeding. And so your choice right now is whether you want some additional time to seek a new attorney or not.
I would like some more personal time, Your Honor. I would definitely request that so that I can get some things in order and file some motions.
And Your Honor, I do have a bond motion when the court's ready to hear that.
Is that something you filed or something you're making orally this morning?
No, Your Honor, I brought it up orally at the last hearing and you said I could bring it up again at this hearing. The defendant's bond was reduced and with the terms that he pay $500 a week. And he agreed to that in district court when we started this case out. He has failed to make any payments and continued to violate the law since he hasn't paid anything since July of 2020. And the bond agreements were very specific. His counsel and I agreed to that at the time, his counsel, Mr. Noe, and he had established that with Mr. Jaso. And he did pay at the beginning and complied, but now he's not complying and he's violating his bond conditions. And I would ask for him to be remanded at this time.
Last two proceedings, the judge, you also stated that that stipulation was not on the bond specifically, and we continue to adjourn, as well as last time you denied that request for that bond to be reprimanded.
All right, given the fact that Mr. Noe has withdrawn as the attorney for Mr. Jaso, and the fact that he has requested time to seek an additional attorney, what I'm going to do is adjourn this pretrial until May 19th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Jaso, you'll log in with all of the same information. You'll have until that time to seek a new attorney to represent you.
May 19th.
With respect
For that, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
May 19th
And the time was?
at 8:15 a.m.
Before we go, since we still have Mr. Noe, can you confirm on the record that that was the agreement for the original bond conditions?
I don't, honestly, I remember something, Ms. Brenner, I don't remember exactly what it
You
was.
don't remember? Okay, thank you.
I'm sure that the bond conditions are in the file. Ms. Brenner, what I'm going to do with respect to your request at this time is not make a ruling on that, since I'm going to give Mr. Jaso the opportunity to find a new attorney, and I will address that issue on May 19th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. With that, then we can conclude with this hearing, and you can all go ahead and log out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh.
What's your name? My name is Stephen. I'm here under common law jurisdiction, exercising my rights.
Excuse me, sir. Let's get something straight right away. We're not here under common law. We're under here a statutory provision. That's all I can hear is statutory.
Is this Admiralty law, sir?
This is not Admiralty.
What courtroom are we in? Is this a courtroom?
This is a hearing room.
Are you a lawful judge?
I'm
Are you a lawful judge?
administrative hearing officer, employed, not employed, but contracted with D473. Please be seated. Are you Stephen Johnson?
I am the authorized representative.
Are you an attorney? Either you're Stephen Johnson or we're not having a hearing, sir.
I'm the authorized representative.
There's no such a thing as an authorized representative. Either you're Mr. Johnson or you're not.
I'm not Mr. Johnson. I'm here as an authorized representative of the legal entity, Mr. Johnson.
Are you an attorney?
I don't have to answer that question.
Yes, you do.
Am I obligated?
Unless you answer that question, I'm not conducting a hearing.
I'm here in honor, sir. Trying to stay in honor.
Either you're Mr. Johnson or you're not Mr. Johnson. If you're not Mr. Johnson,
I am the legal.
you can't be a legal representative
Yes,
of
I
Mr.
can.
Johnson.
I'm the authorized representative
The only representative we
of the
allow
legal entity, which
is
was.
such thing as a person, Mr. Johnson.
I am a living being. The Mr. Johnson is a
I'm not.
corporation.
This is,
I'm not a corporation, sir. I'm a living being.
and so is Mr. Johnson.
No, sir.
Well, since Mr. Johnson doesn't appear, I'm going to enter defaults in this case.
No, I am here. I am here as an authorized representative and in honor of that legal entity. You can't. I'm here trying to resolve the matter, sir.
Sir,
Are you a lawful
Sir?
judge? You're not here to.
Don't interrupt him. He is a judge.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to clarify.
Let me
That's
start,
all.
I'm going to start this hearing, and then we'll get to dealing. Good afternoon. My name is Richard McManus. I am an independent hearing officer who will conduct your hearing this afternoon. We're here today for a hearing concerning alleged violations of the Colorado Public Highway Authority law as it pertains to the E-470 Public Highway Authority. I want to explain what we're going to do this afternoon. First, you need to know that you may not record this hearing either by audio or video recording. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Sir.
You're not to record either by audio or video this hearing today. Do you understand that?
I have the right to.
You don't have any right to do anything about recording.
I have a constitutional right, do I not? Does the Constitution does not apply in this courtroom? Is that what you're saying?
Sir, you just tell me you can't video record this thing. So if you have anything that's recording this hearing, turn it off at this point. Do you understand that?
I believe I'm exercising my rights, sir.
You don't have a right to record this hearing. Do you understand?
No, sir.
Second, you need to know that I have no authority to suspend or modify any proposed toll, fee, cost, or penalty. Do you understand that? You understand that?
I'd like to exercise my right to remain silent.
This is not a criminal proceeding. You do not have that right.
I don't have any rights.
Right to be represented at this hearing by an attorney. You're Mr. Johnson, that's what you have a right. If you're not an attorney, you can't represent him. Are you recording this?
I'm sorry?
Are you recording this?
No, I just have the right to exercise my rights. Do I not, sir?
You have all the rights that you have as a citizen of the United States.
If I was a citizen, I'm a natural person, not a citizen. That's a 14th Amendment created entity used. Are you familiar with Black's Law, sir? Are you here
I'm not familiar with all the laws, sir. If you are not Mr. Johnson, we're not going to have a hearing on this matter.
I'm the authorized representative of that.
You are not an authorized representative, sir. Now, unless you want to comply with the terms and conditions I set forth here, we're not going to have a hearing.
Well, I'm here in honor as the authorized representative of the legal entity, Stephen Eugene Johnson. There is no Mr. If you put Mr. in front of anything in accordance to Black's Law Dictionary, it is a corporation. Mr. Johnson, Stephen E. period Johnson is a corporation. Stephen Eugene Johnson in all capital letters is a corporation. Anything in all capital letters is a corporation. I'm just explaining the law, sir. I thought you knew it.
I reject that. I'll explain the law to you.
Okay.
You're not a lawyer, so I don't accept anything that you say. Now, unless you admit to being Stephen E. Johnson, we're not having this hearing.
I do not do such. I am the legal entity. My name is Stephen. My name is Stephen of the Johnson family. I am not the corporation. I'm not going to enter myself into joinder. No, sir.
You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to enter a judgment against you, which can be enforced in the courts of the state of Colorado.
Well, I guess you're going to have to do that.
Hearings concluded.
Then I can get to the right courtroom.
The court will render a default judgment on all of the violations since Mr. Johnson
I'm here,
does not appear.
Stephen Johnson,
You say you're a representative of Mr. Johnson.
of the legal entity. That's right.
Well, default judgment's actually.
Default judgment. I'll be in court. When do I go? Do I know? Am I going to be notified?
Appeal this judgment to the county court in which the various tolls were.
What county is this? Is this state
Douglas,
or is
Adams,
this?
and these are in Douglas, Adam, and Arapahoe County.
There are 3 different counties.
Okay.
You can appeal it within 30 days of today's case laws.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Person.
Free to go. Now I got a court hearing or lawful.
I made it very clear in my letter to Judge Seal that I intended no harm for anyone, but I will hold him accountable. He is in violation and not in compliance with 46-13-104, and I, as a means of civil disobedience, I refuse to pay the fees on that disorderly conduct because he refused to present to the court an answer to a pretrial motion, which he is required to do by the legislature. I've asked nicely.
I've read that in your filing, sir, and I understand that. But on this hearing, what will happen is that everything that we're talking about in reference to this case will be handled up into the district court. This is just a cursory hearing. It's your initial appearance. Well, it's not your initial appearance. It's just an arraignment and let you know what the charges are against you. And then you'll actually have your formal hearing in the district court where this matter will be heard. I'm a court in limited jurisdiction, so I'm limited on what I can do.
Okay, Your Honor, I would like to appeal to the court regarding the amount of bond. I've been a longtime member of this community, and I'm actually the head usher for the Bozeman Symphony. Have been for several years. Yesterday, I was the man who called the Belgrade Police Department not once, not twice, but 3 times regarding a 5-year-old little girl who's walking southbound on Jackrabbit Lane after school and looking around because apparently she probably missed her bus. I'm the guy who called the police. I'm the guy who called the Belgrade Schools Transportation Department to let them know which bus it was that we ended up getting her on. I'm not a person who's looking for trouble. I'm not a person who is trying to cause trouble. My only goal is to hold Carl Paul Seal accountable for failing to comply with the law. He is a judge and he is required, and I might add that one of the other municipal judges here in Bozeman, Judge Colleen Harrington, assured me in another hearing that Judge Carl Seal would present that document to the court, and he never has. I've appealed it to the Montana Supreme Court. The Montana Supreme Court ignored it because he and Justice Jim Rice are old friends. This is a political witch hunt is what it is, Judge. This is not, I have made no physical threats. I am no physical threat. I want to hold Judge Carl Seal accountable. However, wherever this kicking his door business comes from, Judge, that is news to me. I have never spoken to anyone like that.
And I appreciate that, sir. And these are just alleged offenses. And what will happen is the case, while it goes upstairs, all that will be ferreted out. But I can't do that here. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
but I understand, I'm sure the parents of, hold on. I'm sure the parents of that 5-year-old girl are very appreciative, as the community in Belgrade probably was. Okay, so what I'm saying is that, and I understand the $50,000. People understand. What is that going to do to ensure the safety of the community and those types of things? But what it's to do is to ensure that everybody abides by the conditions that are set, and a monetary figure always is something in our minds that we think about. Now, what you're talking about in reference to getting a hearing, you will have that in the district court. Well, bond will be readdressed there.
This afternoon, Your Honor?
No, it won't be this afternoon. I'm not sure. Miss Kramer in the Public Defender's Office will assign you an attorney. They'll file the appropriate paperwork after meeting with you.
Well, Your Honor, I'm sure you must have read the letter that I delivered to Carl Seal.
I only have the complaint, sir, which would be the same thing that you would have received.
Okay.
With the warrant.
Because
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, I have limited information, and that's why we're going to go the way that we are. All the information will come out upstairs, but I have limited information. I only have what's in the complaint because this is just a preliminary process to get your case into the right court.
Okay, Your Honor, but I do want to object to something by the state's attorney today.
Yes.
He brought up the document that I submitted to the Montana Supreme Court. He didn't read the full part of the document. It's taken out of context. But more importantly, his comments. Forgive me, let me catch my train of thought. I object to its inclusion in the record whatsoever because Under Sheriff Dan Springer and I discussed that specific document and this specific case 2 years ago, and he approved my concealed weapons permit at the time, which was revoked from me by Sheriff Gutkin after Madison Mattioli in the Attorney General's office filed a complaint against me with that document a full month after I filed a complaint on her for lying to the tribunal, a full month after I filed that complaint to the Office of Disciplinary Counsel. Judge, this is a political witch hunt, and I'm being Here's the last request that I will have of you, Judge, because I've already commented to the sheriff's deputies or the jailers here at the Gallatin Law and Justice Center. I have made the commitment. In fact, I even said the same thing to several people, several civilians, including Jane Hodges of Bozeman Opera, that I have, if I'm to be in jail on this, because I'm trying to hold Carl Steele accountable to do his job as the legislature has required him to do, then I will commit myself while in jail to be on a hunger strike, and in 2 weeks I will be in the hospital, a faint, gaunt skeleton of a human being for the world to see, because this is a political witch hunt, because Carl Steele sought to find, he has personal knowledge that I did not commit the crime of disorderly conduct on November 23rd, 2013, and he went out of his way to make sure a 21-year veteran police officer witness could not testify. I am not guilty to the moon and back, Judge, and I will be in the hospital in 2 weeks because I am refusing food from this day forward, and I'm asking the people of Montana to contact Bozeman Municipal Court, to contact Marty Lambert's office, to contact Sheriff Gutkin, and demand answers for government accountability.
Okay. Thank you. And like I said, you will.
Thank you.
Don't disrupt the court back there. All right? Clapping in the courtroom is not okay. Okay. I've heard you now, Mr. King, and I appreciate you. I've heard you. Okay?
Now you have more information, Your Honor, so how
well,
does
that'll be the next
the evidence before you change your opinion?
No. So, you'll be remanded in custody of jail in lieu of posting your bond, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And thank you to the people of Montana for helping me and
Holly Richards,
bring out this injustice.
Whoever that is. But the officers may find out that they're satisfied with you. That's up to them. Well, they'll be able to do certain things, so you're done. If you want to be reasonable and change your mind, I'll see you again, sir.
We're recording this wall.
What are you doing?
You can leave.
Don't put your hands on me.
No, you can
Don't
leave.
put your hands on me.
I'm not.
Don't put your
Leave.
hands on me.
Leave.
No, I'm allowed to
No,
videotape.
you can't
Yes,
be
I
here.
am.
No,
Don't
you
put your
can't be
hands on
here.
me. You can't touch
You need
me.
to
You
leave.
can't touch my
I'm not
property.
touching you.
Okay,
So
so I'm
leave.
allowed to
Leave
record.
now.
I'm not going to leave.
Leave. Leave.
Okay, well, we'll be calling the RCMP, so.
Thank you.
I'm starting to feel unsafe
Leave.
myself.
She's in my bubble. I'm feeling
need to
unsafe
leave.
right now. I'm
You
in
need to
duress
leave.
right now.
No,
You're
you're
in my
not.
bubble. You need to
need to
step
leave.
away.
Nope, you
No,
need to
you need
leave.
to step away. You're
You
in
need
my
to
bubble.
leave. You need to leave.
I don't need to leave.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yep, you do.
Give me 3 good reasons on why I need to leave.
I need to see some identification.
No, you don't need to see identification.
Would you like to be arrested?
Why are you arresting me?
You need to leave.
Leave.
Why are you
You
arresting me?
need to leave now.
There's no reason why you need to
Because
arrest
you're
me.
not
And there's
giving
no
me
reason why I need to
identification.
leave.
You
I don't
need to
need to
leave.
give you identification.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Would you like to be arrested under obstruct?
Why am I being arrested?
Leave.
Why am I being arrested?
Leave.
If you can't give me a reason on why I'm being arrested,
to
you
leave.
can't arrest me.
You need to leave.
No, I can't.
You need to leave. You're trespassing.
I'm trespassing?
You are.
This is public property.
This is not. This is a courthouse. So you need to leave. You must leave.
Don't touch me.
Leave.
Don't touch me.
You need to leave.
No, I'm not going to leave.
You need to leave.
You think that badge right there
What badge?
gives you the authority to be over me? No. You
need to
are a
leave.
person just like me. You
That's
can't
right.
tell me what to do. So you can respect my space and why
I
I'm
am
here.
respecting your space.
No, you're not. You're in my bubble.
I'm not.
Yes. Arm's length is a
I'm
bubble.
not.
You're in my bubble. You
I'm
stepped
not.
into my bubble. Yes,
You
you,
need
did.
to leave.
I don't need to leave.
You do need to
No, I
leave.
don't have
matter
to.
here
You
today,
do.
right? You
Do you even have a matter?
don't have a matter here, right?
I'm a Mackenzie friend.
Yeah, but you don't have a matter here today, so you don't need to be here.
You need to
Yes,
leave.
yeah.
For that lenses.
It's pretty simple.
I have it.
You need to leave.
Yeah, you can go
I'm not leaving.
You need to leave. Yeah?
I'm
You
sorry,
do?
I'm asking you to leave your coffee out here.
You do?
Oh, really?
No, I don't need
Okay.
to. You do need to. No, I don't. Yes, you do.
Then give me reasons on why I need
said
to
you're
leave.
trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
You aren't.
Okay, then give me proof that I am trespassing.
Are you here for a matter of your own?
I was here for a matter, she's my Mackenzie friend. She's not trespassing.
You need to leave.
No, I don't need to leave.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
No.
No, I do not.
You do.
No, I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
You do.
Ma'am, you're disturbing the peace. That's enough for her to ask you to leave this property.
Exactly.
For trespassing now. She's asked you, you're arrestable if you don't leave.
I'm not.
All right, you got enough anyways. Are you gonna listen to me?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll see you in court.
You bet. Get out of here.
Is there anybody in the courtroom who has matters they can speak to the counsel, please come forward. Your name, sir?
My name is James Perry. I'm here to speak to a matter of the person James Perry Willard.
Sir, you indicated your name is James Perry?
Yes, my Christian name is James Perry.
James Perry Willard?
Capital J, lowercase a m e s.
Thank you. I'm satisfied that you are the Mr. Willard. You've answered to your...
No, not Mr. Willard. I don't recognize that title. I'm sorry.
Sir, I'm going to tell you right now, no court in Canada at any level accepts your arguments.
I'm not having made an argument. I'm asking for correct paperwork. I'm asking for correct paperwork. How can I answer to incorrect paperwork and not perjure myself?
Not guilty plea is entered. It will go to CMO to set a date. You'll go to the front, sir. You'll set a date for trial. If you do not appear at CMO, a warrant will issue for your arrest. If you do not appear for the trial, a warrant will issue for your arrest. It's your obligation to contact Crown and to get disclosure. You can do so at your leisure. This trial will go on the date that it's there, whether you have counsel or not, whether you've got disclosure or not. That is your obligation. Do you understand that, sir?
No, I don't.
What part don't you understand?
All of it. I don't understand why I need, or why you're trying to make me acquiesce to
Sir,
paperwork
I
that
have
I'm just requesting it to be corrected.
Sir,
If it's not a big deal, why can't you correct the paperwork?
you have an obligation to contact Crown and to get your disclosure. You can do so on your time.
I did so.
Not guilty plea is entered. CMO to set a date. Thank you, sir.
No, they're just trying to railroad me. They don't want to hear it.
So what are you gonna do?
There's no correct name.
Right.
What are they going to do? They can try to arrest me, but not prove it. I joined them.
So I'm just wondering, are you gonna set your trial or are you gonna leave?
No, I'm out of here.
Okay.
That was bullshit. Completely railroaded me. Didn't want to hear nothing that I had to say. And I've seen these guys alert everybody as soon as I came in the door. So I mean, I'm not completely surprised. We were sitting there locking eyes the entire time. I'm sure that they spent all morning talking about how to deal with it. And they did the exact same thing with the last one because I went into the Crown, tried to serve the Crown a notice of abatement to correct the paperwork. And he refused. Dutch Trader went in, alerted the judge. And then they did the exact same thing. I sit there watching it. Every single person that comes up there, they will get them to confirm that they are who they are. Right? They railroaded right through me. Right? The same thing last time, but then they arrested me and trumped up charges. Didn't serve me any charges. And then the RCMP couldn't get me out of there fast enough. They had nothing.
Right.
They had a 4-bar down there trying to get me to sign paperwork just to get me out of there. I'm like, oh, so I'm not signing anything because I have my name correctly spelled on it. Because this is the whole point. The only reason that they get money out of all these people here is 2%. It's not. I'm not doing it. They don't want to abate. I'm not going to sit and work. Paperwork. I'll play your game. Make the corrections. What's the problem? If the spelling of my name is so inconsequential, why are we going through this dog and pony? You know what I mean? And even just to be in there, don't believe that that's set up as a joke. Like, there's a judge up on a whole other plane. He can't even...
No.
Okay.
I do it to demand for a jury by trial.
Denied?
Denied?
Yeah, under Nevada law, you don't get a jury trial.
Does this court intend to try me under a criminal action or a civil?
Well, yeah, it's under the Nevada revised statutes. This court's not trying, this court is not, yeah, I mean, it's under the Nevada revised statute. Did you read the ticket? It's all there.
I just wanted to know if this court was intending to try me under a criminal action or a civil action.
It's criminal.
Criminal?
Yeah.
Because the Constitution grants me the right to a trial by jury
No.
with all criminal actions.
No, it does not. In fact, there's a, City, can you reference the North Las Vegas case that went to the U.S. Supreme Court? Do you guys remember the name of that case? There was a case from this court that went to the U.S. Supreme Court. They said misdemeanors are petty offenses and they're not entitled to a jury trial.
Your Honor.
So, but anyway, so, hold on, listen, Mr. Cook. What? Langton, okay. Today is the initial arraignment. I ask the questions, you don't ask the questions. If you interrupt me in my process of doing the arraignment, I could hold you in contempt and I'll incarcerate you for contempt. Do you understand that?
Your Honor, I'm simply trying to grasp an understanding.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you have certain questions about the understanding of the charges, I don't mind reading the charges to you. But I need to make sure that you have a copy of the ticket. I need to make sure that the spelling of your name is correct. That your date of birth of August 31st, 1998, is that correct? Is that correct?
That was the day I was born.
What's that?
That was the day I was born.
Okay, all right. Okay, and the name spelled correctly is Timothy Cook?
Cook is the tribe I come from. My family calls me Timothy.
Yeah.
That's my, as a natural person.
No, listen, we're not gonna do this. Okay, you're gonna follow my procedures today. Okay?
Am I under your jurisdiction?
Oh, yes, you are.
Is there a signed contract?
No, okay, listen, I told you before, if you interrupt me with these silly questions, I can hold you in contempt up to 25 days in jail. Do you want that?
Your Honor, I wish not to do that. I'm simply exercising my rights.
No, you don't have a right to forestall this proceeding today.
Your Honor, if I may, no disrespect, it says inside Article 1, Section 3 of the Nevada State Constitution, the right of trial by jury shall be secured to all and remains inviolated forever.
All right, officers, we're taking him into custody today. I've already answered your question about the right to jury trial.
Sir, I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I wish not to be able to. I wish not to be able to. Nevada State Constitution for me. So
I'm not here to
I
answer these questions. I'm not here to answer these questions.
Your Honor, you uphold the Nevada State Constitution because in Article 15, Section 5, it says that.
Okay, so we're going to recess court right now.
There's no proper due process. No proper due process. No proper due process.
Mr. Cook became disruptive in the court process, the court proceedings. He attempted to take control of the court proceeding. And he began to resist the bailiffs in the courtroom. I gave warning several times that I'd be asking questions so we can get through the initial arraignment. He refused to cooperate with the court. So whereas in Nevada Revised Statute 22.030 declares that when contempt is committed in the immediate view and presence of the court or judge and chambers, it may be punished summarily, for which an order shall be made deciding the facts that's occurring in such immediate view and presence. Judging that the person proceeded against is thereby guilty of contempt, and these punishes there described in. This has happened on the 3rd day of March, 2020. And the individual's name is Timothy Cook, who was a party to the proceedings. And he was disorderly, contemptuous, and had insolent behavior towards the judge while he was while in court, engaged in judicial duties. And he conducted breach of peace, boisterous conduct. And he became violent in a manner when the bailiffs attempted to put him into custody. Whereas in such conduct would be in court, derogatory to the authority of the court, and he had agreed with the orderly administration of justice. It required immediate vindication by the court to preserve order and respect based upon the findings. Timothy Cook is hereby guilty of direct contempt. contender is hereby sentenced to the following punishments. Imprisonment for 3 days. Okay, so Madam Clerk, what we're going to do is we're going to exonerate his bonds today. I'll go ahead and set bail at $10,140. And today is Tuesday, so we're looking at, let's go ahead and schedule him for in-custody session on Thursday.
He got arrested for resisting arrest. Like I said, I had he was just fine with me. I had a nice normal conversation with him. The city has made an offer and he said he's going to accept it once we get to it.
So there was credit time served both counts and he wanted to resolve the case today only.
Okay, so he's been in, how long was he in custody before? Was it over 9?
It was 1 day.
Okay, so he's got 2 days jail with 2 days credit. He does have 1 more day to serve on his contempt charge. Alright, so, alright, how you gonna plead the charges with credit time served?
Yeah, can you please explain that to me so I can have, like, know what that means?
Okay.
It's hard to hear.
Any fines, you don't have any classes, there's no suspended, the cases are closed, you get out and you move on with life. Okay, so you'll have 1 more day. I'm sorry.
How has he completed the charges?
No contest, he goes back to basic.
Okay, that's it. You'll be out by tomorrow night, okay?
Alright, thank you.